I call the order a regular meeting of the President and Board of Trustees of Machesney Park, Illinois for Monday, April 3rd, 2017. Please stand for the invocation led by Pastor Thompson from First Board Ministry, 8213 North Alpine, and Pledge of Allegiance led by PAC 411, and the leader is Corey Lamb. Pastor.
Let's bow our heads. Oh, gracious Heavenly Father, we thank you today for all that you have done for us. Lord, we pray today, Lord, that everything we say and do, Lord God, that you would guide us and lead us in this place, oh God. Protect us and keep us, oh God, in everything that we do in our lives. Lord, for this neighborhood, Lord God, keep them, Lord God. Protect them, Lord God, in everything that they do, Lord God. Help us, oh God, to love you, Lord God, and to do what you might call us to do, oh God. And Lord, we ask you all of these things in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good job.
To attend next, so we're on our way. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, PAC 411. Good job, guys. Will the clerk take a roll call, please?
Mayor Boland.
Here.
Trustee Snodgrass.
Here.
Johnson.
Here.
Kidd is absent. Wilson.
Here.
Bailey.
Here.
Beck. Here. Mayor Boland.
Here.
Say that.
Again.
Clerk is present. The attorney is present.
It's all here.
Thank you, Lori. We have a quorum. Okay. Next is approval of minutes from board meeting of March 20th, 2017. I'll entertain a motion to approve the minutes.
So made.
Second. I have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? I see none. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The minutes have been approved. Next we have Treasurer's Report. Tom Yo.
Thank you, Your Honor. The Treasurer's Report tonight reflects the total of all funds as of March 27th to be $7,575,058.80. And as always, a detailed copy of the report is available on the table at the back of the room. Thank you.
Thank you, Tom. I'll entertain a motion to accept the Treasurer's Report.
So made.
Second. I have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? I see none. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The Treasurer's Report has been accepted. Next we have Communications. Lori Mitchell.
Thank you, Your Honor. We have a couple proclamations this evening that the mayor will be presenting. The first one will be for Great American Cleanup, and it will be presented to Martha Burns from Keep Northern Illinois Beautiful, and Trustee Bailey will be reading the proclamation.
Whereas Keep Northern Illinois Beautiful is a local nonprofit dedicated to preserving our local environment through education, community involvement, and public awareness, and whereas the Village of Machesney Park is proud of its natural resources and its neighborhoods and seeks to protect and improve our community through the actions of citizens, government, and businesses working together. And whereas on April 22nd, 2017, over 1,800 volunteers from neighborhood groups, adopt-a-highway programs, and service organizations will gather to clean up and green up our community. Now, therefore, Jerry Boland, Mayor of the Village of Machesney Park, do hereby proclaim April 22nd to be Great American Cleanup Day in Machesney Park and urge all citizens to join in cleanup projects throughout the village on April 22nd, 2017 to keep our community clean, green, and healthy.
I thought everyone would like to know that each year volunteers would keep Northern Illinois Beautiful, cleaning more than 350 miles on this one-day event. And then, of course, lots of neighborhoods and groups get together and do so at different times throughout the year. But we thought it would be fitting to do on Earth Day this year. So thank you for your participation and for your ongoing support of Keep Northern Illinois Beautiful.
Thank you, Mark. I really appreciate it.
Would you mind if we took a selfie?
What's that?
I know where she's at.
Are you photobombing? Who's driving?
Also this evening, the mayor is presenting a proclamation for National Service Day, and accepting the award, or the proclamation, is Todd Ruber from Northern Illinois Food Bank Northwest Center. And reading this proclamation is Trustee Aaron Wilson.
Whereas service to others is a hallmark of the American character and essential as to how we meet our challenges. Whereas the nation's mayors are increasingly turning to national service and volunteerism as a cost-effective strategy to meet city needs. Whereas AmeriCorps and Senior Corps address the most pressing challenges facing our cities, nations, and also educating students for the jobs of the 21st century and supporting veterans, also military families, and preserving the environment, helping communities recover from natural disasters. Whereas national service expands economic opportunity by creating more sustainable, resilient communities and providing education, career skills, and leadership abilities for those who serve. Whereas the national service participants serve in more than 70,000 locations in the country, bolstering the civic, neighborhood, faith-based organizations that are so vital to our economic and social well-being, also increasing the impact of organizations they serve with both their direct service and recruiting and managing millions of additional volunteers. Whereas national service represents a unique private-public partnership that invests in community solutions and leverages non-federal resources to strengthen community impact and increase the return of taxpayer dollars. Whereas the AmeriCorps members and Senior Corps volunteers demonstrate commitment, dedication, patriotism by making an intensive commitment to the service of our community, and also commit to the remains of them in their future and in their endeavors. Therefore, be it resolved that I, Jerry D. Boland, Mayor of Machesney Park, do hereby proclaim April 3rd, 2017 as National Service Recognition Day and encourage Machesney Park residents to recognize the positive impact of national service in our village and thank those who serve and give back to their communities.
Thank you so much. On behalf of the Illinois Food Bank, I want to thank Mayor Boland for this proclamation. We employ about 15 members through the AmeriCorps Vista program, and they're a great asset in our organization, and many of them go on to do great and bigger things. So if you have an opportunity to ever volunteer with us in the Illinois Food Bank at any of our locations, good chance you'll see some of them working there. So again, thank you. I'll see you there. You bet. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Also this evening, I want to take this opportunity to remind Machesney Park residents or anyone listening that tomorrow, April 4th, is Consolidated Election Day in the village and the surrounding communities. And I encourage you to exercise your right as an American and go vote for the candidate of your choice. And that's it. Thanks.
Thank you, Lori. Next, we have warrants. Trustee Aaron Wilson.
Thank you, Your Honor. The Administration and Finance Committee met earlier this evening. We voted with positive recommendation on warrants totaling $425,103.95. I'd like to make a motion for their approval.
Second. I have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? I see none. Would clerk take roll call, please?
Trustee Snodgrass.
Aye.
Johnson.
Aye.
Wilson.
Aye.
Bailey.
Aye.
Beck.
Aye.
5 ayes, no nays, and 1 absent.
Thank you, Lori. The warrants have been approved. Next, we have administrative reports. We have student liaison Tamron Heacock.
Thank you, Your Honor. Out of the 9 teachers that were nominated for the Golden Apple Award, 2 received it, and they were Mr. Friesmeyer and Mrs. Thomas. And I've had both of them, and they're like the best teachers, so well-deserved for them. And also this Wednesday, all juniors will be taking the SAT, so wish us luck. It will be a long day. Thank you.
Thank you, Tamara. Next, we have Public Safety Supervisor Sergeant Doug Bushman.
Thank you, Your Honor. The bi-monthly police report covers March 17th through March 30th. In that time, there were 863 calls for service, 190 reports taken, 257 arrests. Thank you.
Thank you, Sergeant Bushman. Next, we have committee and trustee reports. Do we have any reports this evening? Trustee Bailey.
Thank you, Your Honor. The Planning and Economic Development Committee met this evening, and we have 3 ordinances and 1 resolution that will go to the April 17th board meeting with positive recommendations. Thank you.
Thank you, Trustee Bailey. Trustee Wilson.
Thank you, Your Honor. The Administration and Finance Committee met this evening. We passed 6 resolutions, 4 that will go to tonight's board meeting with positive recommendation, and 2 that will go to April 17th's board meeting with positive recommendations. Thank you.
Thank you, Trustee Wilson. Trustee Johnson.
Thank you, Honor. Just want to pass this on. As I was going through the neighborhoods, I still saw a lot of people speeding, so please slow down. It's very, very, very important in residential areas. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Trustee Johnson. Are there any more reports this evening? I see none. Next, we have the consent agenda. Will the staff please present all items under the consent agenda for the record?
This evening's consent agenda consists of item A, ordinance 0417. It authorizes a variance from the commercial building materials standard for an addition at Menards, 1600 West Lane. Second reading. Item B, ordinance 0517. It authorizes a variance for an accessory building height at 7622 Borodale Street. Second reading. Item C, ordinance 0617, provides for the adoption of the 2017 official zoning map. Second reading. Item D, ordinance 1117, authorizes the execution of a real estate contract for a 6-acre tract of land at Machesney Town Center for the development of an assisted living project. First reading. Item E, ordinance 12-17, provides for the adoption of the fiscal year 17-18 annual budget. First reading. Item F, resolution 13R17, a resolution to authorize operating transfers for the fiscal year 16-17 finances. Item G, resolution 14R17, is a resolution to settle interfund balances for fiscal year 16-17. Item H, resolution 16R17, a resolution to authorize the execution of a lease at 8702 North 2nd Street, Unit C, with maximum performance. Item I, resolution 19R17, a resolution to authorize the execution of the IHDA Single Family Rehab Program grant documents. Item J, resolution 20R17, a resolution to authorize build-out at 8702 North 2nd Street, Unit C. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Tim. Are there any items a board member would like removed from the consent agenda and considered separately? I see none. The consent agenda is accepted as presented. Do I have a motion to approve the consent agenda?
So made.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Will the clerk take roll call, please?
Trustee Johnson?
Aye.
Kidd is absent. Wilson?
Aye.
Bailey?
Aye.
Beck?
Aye.
Snodgrass?
Aye.
Mayor Boland?
Aye.
6 ayes, no nays, and 1 absent.
The consent agenda has been approved. Next, we have public comment. Is there anyone who wishes to make a public comment this evening? I see none. I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So made.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
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 Any opposed? We are adjourned.